So today they made history, allegedly, by sending an all-female crew up to Earth's atmosphere. And then they brought them back down in like 15 minutes. These are the women that were a part of that crew. If you were on this broadcast or you watched any of it, even on the replays, you will notice that the live feed kept glitching off and on, off and on. It like would not stop glitching. And at first I thought, yeah, they're in the middle of the desert, so that's probably what it is. But in a minute, you're going to see why it was really glitching. Before I show you that, I want you to read this. So this is what chat says about why the crew members can't open the door from the inside. So according to chat, it says, are you able to open the capsule from the inside? No, passengers cannot open the Blue Origin New Shepard capsule from the inside. 1, because of safety. 2, it's an automated system that is fully autonomous. And 3, if it's not an emergency, they can't open it. So the passengers can unbuckle, float around, and enjoy the view, but they cannot open the door. Now I want you to listen to this clip because the broadcaster is going to explain to you what Jeff Bezos and the other crew members have to do in order to open this door safely for these astronauts. They aren't allowed to open the door from the inside.
We'll send them out as soon as we can see the crew capsule and spot the crew capsule descending. There will be at least 2 trucks that go out there. What you'll see is they will come around the capsule. We also have crew member 7 who's in there. She will run out, go around to each window, make sure that each astronaut is fine. And the recovery crews will safe the capsule before we exit the astronauts.
So as she said, it is a process for them to be able to open this door for these crew members to come out, right? Well, I want you to watch this next clip. I want you to pay attention to this next clip, listen to what she says, and look at where it starts glitching. Also, pay attention to what happens after the glitch.
Earth, you know what's going to come out of her mouth.
Peekaboo. It's glitching. It's glitching. Now watch when it comes back.
All right, so we do have another live stream of the very same event right here, and we did want to share this with you. There is no audio attached to this particular live stream,
no audio.
But we do see Jeff Bezos right there, the CEO, of course, and founder of Blue Origin. They are still waiting for the door to open, and that is when all 6 astronauts are going to exit.
Oh, they're waiting on the door to open so the astronauts can come out. Oh, that's right, because they have to depressurize it. Hold up, I got that clip.
Outside my window, and I turn around and I looked at the other 5 windows, and my brain created a panoramic view, panoramic photo of it, because so much of the capsule has windows, and it makes for just an incredible experience.
Sarah.
There it goes again.
Okay,
here we go. Oh, here we go.
Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
Look what he does. Oh, he depressurizes it. It's open. Oh my gosh. Yay! Yay! Did you see Jeff Bezos? He's so sweet. He depressurized that cabin for them ladies so they could come out safely since they can't open the door from the inside for themselves. I also want to say, what is up with these outfits? Because these look like they're Lululemon astronaut outfits. Like, where are the headgear and everything else they're supposed to be wearing when they go to space? What happens if there's an emergency? They're all screwed. Like, what? This is what we're wearing to space now? No protection?
So I'm a new flat earther. So I was once a glober. Okay? Now, when I hear people talking about it, I understand both sides. But when you start to use logic, you start realizing a lot of stuff about the earth, globe-wise, just doesn't make sense. Take water, for instance. Water always finds its level. Always. Case in point. See this water? Check it out. You see that? No matter what you do, water will always find its level. Always. Take waterfalls. What does the water do on waterfalls? It goes level and falls off. We were told to just follow a guideline because they told us that's what it is. Oh, this is what it is, so follow it. I mean, even in the Bible, it says Jesus is our shepherd. So what does that make us? Sheep? We as people just need to start thinking for ourselves. And if it doesn't make sense, that's probably because it doesn't make sense. And the funniest part about talking about flat earth and earth in general is the globers will try to prove you wrong by telling you some scientific fact that the government told them. All I can say is believe what you want, because I'm going to believe what I want. No matter what you say in the comments, it won't change my mind on what I think, because I think for myself. But again, this isn't a coincidence. You see that?
The horizon is always horizontal. That's not a theory. That is observable reality. If I just pour water into a glass, the water will find level. Why? Because the water has to be contained to find level. Same with a lake, a bathtub. Anything that holds water has to be contained, otherwise it will be on a flow to find level. I.e., if you fill up your bathtub too much, it will overflow and find level on the floor. Same with a waterfall and a lake. The waterfall is literally falling into the position to find level, because at that point it wasn't contained. So let me ask you this. What is containing the sea? How can the sea always find level if it's not contained?
No.
All right, flat earthers, we have a question, okay?
The question is, if the earth is flat, there should only be one direction that you could go to Australia. You would have to just go one direction, okay? And on a ball, you could go around it, all right? You can go around this too. I mean, are you serious? I mean, if you're here, it would make sense to go this way, right? But if you're over here, it would make sense to go this way. So why is it only one direction? But you can still go this way if you really wanted to. I just wouldn't advise it. It'd be a lot longer. On the flat earth, you can literally go any way you want. You could go straight if you're flying. You could go east to west. You know? I mean, somebody tell me what the hell this person meant. And next time, be a little bit more specific. Are you talking about a flight? Are you talking about a trip in a boat? Because a flight, you just go, but in a boat, and you're over here, you have to go around, I don't know, this stuff called land.
So scientists tell us that at the center of the earth, there's molten lava. And of course, we're on a spinning ball and all this stuff the scientists tell us. And so if that's the case, why is the bottom of the ocean so cold? And why is it that, you ever heard the saying, colder than a well digger's butt? Because they dig down, and the further you dig down, the colder it gets. Don't make a lot of sense to me if all that lava is at the center. Let me guess, there's some kind of plate or something that blocks that heat off, and it mysteriously turns colder or something. Some kind of scientific answer you can give me, I'm sure, right? I don't know.
Can someone explain this to me? He throws the ball and floats across the ISS, and he picks up a bat off of the ground. And after he hits the ball, he drops the bat back down to the ground. All the while, he and the ball are still floating. Any answers would be appreciated.
Good morning, aloha from Florida. So let's talk about time-lapse photography, time-lapse video. 3 of them, 3 different ones. The first one is sunrises and sunsets, moonrises and moonsets. If you'll start watching more of those, find as many as you can and watch them. It should become clear, crystal clear. that the sun and moon are moving over us, about the same size and altitude, about the same speeds, except for the moon goes from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn and back in 1 month, and the sun does this in 1 year, which creates our season. So just go watch more time-lapse sunrises, sunsets, moonrises, and moonsets. The second one is airplane flights. One of the super cool ones is Chicago to LA. It's like hours long in reality, but they reduce it down to about 2 minutes if I'm remembering correctly. See if you can make out any curvature. And go watch as many time-lapse flights as you can with a camera pointed out the window. That is from hours long flights down to minutes, and see if it doesn't look like the airplane is flying through the air over a plane. Okay, the third one are the star trails. The globe belief system is that the star trails happen because the Earth is rotating. I always find that hilarious because they want to leave out that the Earth is allegedly also revolving and tilting and wobbling and spiral vortexing. So you have 4 different directions, 4 different speeds, all at the same time, and yet we get perfect cyclical patterns over our head night after night for all of recorded history. The star trails prove clearly one motion only, but they're super beautiful, cool to go watch. Go watch as many time-lapse star trails as you can find. Here's the one that's really a huge contradiction to their claim that it's the Earth rotating. Supposedly NASA took star trails from the ISS. Okay, wait a minute. The star trails are happening because the Earth is rotating. Is the ISS on the Earth? Okay, come on, think with me now. The ISS captures star trails that are exactly the same as the ones from the Earth, and we're told that the star trails are happening because the Earth is rotating. And they, like I said, they leave out that it's also allegedly revolving, tilting, wobbling, and spiral vortexing. So you can't get a perfect repeating cycle over your head night after night for all of recorded history from an object that's moving 4 different directions at 4 different speeds all at the same time. Think about it. Star trails clearly prove more motion, but these images from the ISS of the star trails? The Earth is allegedly rotating 1,000 miles an hour. The ISS is allegedly going around the Earth every 90 minutes with 17,500 miles per hour, and we see the exact same star trails. So more than likely, these star trails, if they're actually not CGI, not cartoons, if they're real, from the alleged ISS footage, is probably just from a balloon that is pretty stationary, sitting there while they capture the star trails for maybe a few hours or whatever, then reduce it down to a minute or 2. So go check out time-lapse photography, time-lapse videos of the sunrises, sunsets, moonrises, moonsets, the flights. Oh, I forgot to tell you about one of the flights. A really cool one is from JFK to Moscow. When the plane is leaving JFK, you'll see the sun setting. During the entire flight, you will see the sun and the sunlight. A little bit of time, the sun goes beyond the horizon. You won't see the actual sun, but you'll still see the daylight from the sun. And then when the plane, in this time-lapse flight, lands in Moscow, the sun is rising. It clearly shows the sun going in circuit around our magnetic center over our flat and stationary surface. So go check out the time-lapse flights and then the time-lapse star trails. These 3 time-lapses clearly communicate one simple truth. The Earth is flat. Have a great day. God bless.
Can you not see that as the movie's effects got better, so did the space footage? Is that not a red flag, guys? Like, seriously, is it not a red flag? That the footage got better as the movie footage got better. The CGI now has gotten to such a good point where you won't be able to tell, and the kids coming after us are really going to be in for it. Because they're really not going to be able to tell. At least we went through the transition phase. A firmament reference on his tombstone and nothing else. He's saying something to us. He's saying, guys, nobody's coming or going, even if they wanted to. There's a roof. There's a wall. No one's going anywhere. We are all sealed in here together. Until the end. Until Jesus comes on his white horse. Now, all the stuff you see in the sky is deception. The whole world has taught you what the world really is. Are you going to trust the world? I'm telling you, there's something to this. If you believe in the Bible, then how do you not read Psalms 19:1, Job 38:14? How do you not see these verses as, cosmology verses that counter, they disagree with what the establishment has taught you, and the establishment is of man. And let God be true and every man a liar.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.